The first international break for the season has come to an end and club football is set to kick in this weekend. What to expect in Premier League Week 5 after the break? 1. Bigger teams win. There's a common assumption that international breaks has a negative effect on big teams in the sense that it increases the workload of key players who are called to represent internationally. Traveling can lead to fatigue, there will be disruption in team's dynamics and momentum, and these players will need time to adjust. Then on the other hand, the underdogs who have few players to represent internationally takes advantage of this time to prepare and build on their fitness and tactics. It's true that there have been some surprising results following the international breaks in the past few years. Example, Man U losing 4-1 against Watford last 2 seasons. But does this confirm that big teams actually lose their form after international breaks? Let's find out. Well, I've compared the data for us to know the outcome of matches after the international break for the past 2 seasons. Each season consists of 4 international breaks, but for this video, I'll be taking a look at the first 3 breaks. For this simple analysis, we'll be taking a look at the big 6, Man U, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Man City, using an over 6 rating. So after the first international breaks in the last 2 seasons, there was no clash between 2 big teams. All big teams won except Tottenham, leaving us with a rating of 5/6. For the second break, Man U lost 4-2 to Leicester and Arsenal drew with Crystal Palace. This wasn't a good one, so it was rated 4/6. For the third break, we had a clash between 2 of the big teams, so the rating is going to be an over 5. Arsenal lost to Liverpool, that's very understandable. We all knew Arsenal was not in a very good shape last 2 seasons. Man U lost 4-1 against Watford. Seems Man U is allergic to international breaks, avoid them. So moving on to 2023, I'm going to be replacing Tottenham with Newcastle as one of my big 6. Newcastle was one of the big boys last season. So after the first week last season, Liverpool drew against Brighton and Man U lost to Man City. Man U are potential customers. So the first break leaves us with a rating of 4/5. For the second international break, this was after the World Cup. There was no clash between any of the big 6 and all teams won. That leaves us with a rating of 6/6. You rarely see where everything goes so smoothly. It's normal for one team to always win the pattern. Then lastly, for the third break, there was a clash between 4 big teams. As expected, Man U lost 2-0 to Newcastle. Chelsea also lost 2-0 to Aston Villa, leaving us with a rating of 3/4. So during the past 2 seasons, we can say that after every international break, at least one big team loses a match. Secondly, if 2 big teams clashes, it's either a win or a loss. Thirdly, the international break has the most apart events on Manchester United. Avoid them. Lastly, it's okay to say the international break might disrupt the momentum of big teams, but I don't think it's enough to the point of losing totally to the underdogs. Alright, so this is a rough analysis of what I observed. It may not be 100% correct. Nothing certain in football like we all know, and I hope this tip helps.